Welcome back. Dale Myers with Student Advance. In this video, we're going to use the distributive property to factor some binomials. All right. So first of all, a binomial, remember, is just something with two terms. A term, this term separated by that term. So two terms. And we use the distributive property in another video in which we said that, hey, you know what? I can distribute meaning give away, just like if I distribute some candy, I give it away. Distribute this 4, and it's going to go to everything within my parentheses. This 4 has to go to the x, and it has to go to the 5. So 4 times x would give us 4x. 4 times 5, a positive 5, would give us positive 20. And so we've just used the distributive property. We went from two factors. Now let's go back. Remember, a factor is like two numbers that will multiply together to give you a certain product. Like 3 times 2, these are two factors. This is factor number 1. This is factor number 2. This factor times that factor gives me 6, the product. Similarly, this factor number 1 times this whole factor number 2 gives me this product, okay? Now, just like I can divide 6 by 2 and it will give me 3, I can divide 4x by 20 and it will give me back this one times that one. Exactly the same way. So again, if I divided 6 by 3, it would put me back here, right? Well, to factor a binomial or any other polynomial, we unwind the distributive property. We go backwards. So I say, what is the greatest common factor that I can pull out of this term? And so you might have to take a moment to list the factors. I'm just going to focus on the number 4, the coefficient in front of the x. 4 and 20. And you write out the factors. Well, the factors of 4, I could have 1 times 4, or I could have 2 times 2. The factors of 20, 1 times 20, 2 times 10, and 4 times 5. Well, the greatest common factor, the biggest number, is 4, right? So then I know I can divide both of these by 4. And so now I have 4x plus 20, so I'm going to write it here, 4x, oops, excuse me, let me erase that, 4x plus 20. And you can think of, if I divide it by 4, 4 divided by 4 was going to give me 1. But remember, I had to put my 4 out front. So this is factor number 1, just like 2 times 2 gives me 4. This factor times what would give me all of this? Well, 4 times x would give me 4x. 4 times what would give me 20? Well, 4 times 5 would give me 20. So I can use my distributive property to unwind something. That being stated, let's get a little practice here. All right, so we have some room there. So next up, let's say if I wanted to do something like, if I gave you 8b plus 12. 8b plus 12. What's the greatest common factor? Well, the factors of 8, I know, I'm going to write over here, 8, I can have 1 times 8, 2 times 4. The factors of 12, 1 times 12, 2 times 6, and 4 times 3. The biggest number that's in both columns is 4. So in this case, I can factor out of 4 from both of these. So I pull my 4 out, that's factor number 1. Now I have to put my parentheses in. 4 times what would give me 8, or 8b? 4 times 2b would give me 8b. 4 times what would give me 12? 4 times 3 would give me 12. And again, you can always go back and double check yourself. If I did 4 times 2b, that would give me 8b. If I did 4 times 3, the distributive property, I would get 12. I started with 8b plus 12. I ended with 8b plus 12. So again, just a quick look at using the distributive property to factor a binomial into two factors. I went from this binomial, one term, two term, binomial. Now I have two factors. Factor number 1, 4. Factor number 2 is 2b plus 3. These are my two factors. This factor times that factor would give me this. So again, using the distributive property is to factor something. It is exactly reversing or unwinding the division. If you need additional help, in the description below, I'll include a link that'll give you some practice worksheet you can use, or feel free to reach out. My name is Dale Myers with Student Advance. Please thumbs up, like the video. It always helps. And look forward to serving you again. Take care.